Could our salutatorians please come to the stage? Our salutatorians are Stacey Wong, Sanskriti Jain, Pranavi Kola. Let's give a round of applause for Pranavi Kola. Thank you. Aubrey Lee, Trissa Leung, and Kunal Patel. Our 2019 salutatorians. Thank you, guys. Could our academic top 11 please come to the stage? These students have an average weighted grade point average of 4.67.
Oh, shit.
Our academic top 11, Hubert Chen, Sharvita Ganga, Harshil Jain, Sanskriti Jain, Pranavi Kola, Jared No, he batted 300 this year, Kunal Patel,
Yes.
Aditya Ramakrishnan, Shiny Shiva, Harul Singh, and Iris Jen. Thank you. Our academic top 11. And finally, could our valedictorians please come to the stage?
Yes, let's do it.
Valedictorians for 2019, Hubert Chen, Shavita Ganga, Harshil Jain, Jared No, Mansi Patel, Aditya Ramakrishnan, Joseph Snyder, and Carolyn Thomas. The valedictorians for 2019. Thank you. It's time for the graduation addresses by the class of 2019. Will Zuhair Umaduddin please come to the stage?
Good evening, family, friends, and fellow Huskies, and a wholehearted congratulations to my fellow class of 2019. My name is Zuhair Imaduddin, and honestly, I'm a bit confused. I feel as if it was last week that I was checking School Loop to make sure that I would not get rescinded from college. The only thing holding me back was a pre-calculus final, so I spent the week studying formulas, practicing textbook problems, and stressing over how I would pass my math class. But here I am, ending one chapter of my life, not sure if I will ever use math again. Just kidding, I'll definitely use pre-calc again. Throughout my 4 years, I often questioned why knowing photosynthesis, memorizing the Pythagorean theorem, or studying European history would ever be helpful. I, like many of us, struggle to understand what I learned in high school would actually be useful in the real world, the world we have all been waiting to enter. But Albert Einstein once said, "Knowledge is what remains after one has forgotten what is learned in school." Now, I'm not here to say that teachers, your lesson plans, homeworks, and tests have all been worthless, but I call upon us graduates to broaden our definition of what it means to receive an education. Acquiring knowledge is a full-body experience that has never been confined to just the classroom. The experiences we have had together have shaped our character in many ways, like the endurance needed to rally every morning during Spirit Week, the leadership of running a community service club, and more recently, the perseverance needed to attend school on time to avoid receiving another truancy letter. Today's diploma symbolizes more than just our ability to complete homework assignments and study for tests, but is a tribute to the complex personalities that we have become. We are a people that are success-driven and community-oriented, that aspire to leave a legacy in whatever we do. High school is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, and as we move towards greater growth, let us never forget the community that has supported us. To your left and right are the people that have walked through this rare Washington experience with you. And after graduation, let us continue to support each other through sending each other memes and casual "Hey, what's up" texts. As I conclude, I want to thank administrators for putting students first, office staff for keeping our school moving, teachers for your patience, janitorial services, campus supervisors, club advisors, coaches, and more for your endless support. Thank you, Washington High School, and congratulations, my fellow class of 2019. Thank you.
Thank you, Zuhair. Can Joseph Snyder please come to the stage?
Last year, on the day my brother left for college, he gave me a letter. He said he felt like his childhood was being ripped away from him, that by going to college, he had to relinquish his boyish, carefree attitude and get ready for the responsibilities of the real world. It made me sad because in a sense, he was right. He would no longer be living with my family and myself. He couldn't just call up his friends that he's known all of his life to hang out, and his actions would have real consequences. He was transitioning to a new stage in life, just as we will all be doing very soon. But he was also wrong. His childhood wasn't being ripped away from him. He still had the experiences and the memories that turned him into someone who was prepared to move on in life. And so do all of us. Together, we pushed through 3 years of brutal Spirit Week losses that finally culminated into the best senior skit the school has ever seen. We raised tens of thousands of dollars to help cancer survivors through Pause for a Cause. We were huge contributors to the Stanford Blood Bank. We spent nights cheering on our sports teams with our closest friends. From homecoming to prom, we showed our community what it really meant to bust down. And in the face of tragedy, like the loss of our fellow Huskies Armando and Nevaeh, we came together to honor them and give our support to everyone whose lives they touched. My dearest memory will always be working so hard with the Hatchet staff to release all 8 of our newspapers this year. We covered everything from the rise of AirPods, to Spirit Week, to Juuling, to our teachers' fight for higher wages, which really helped us understand how special this school is. I knew that once our newspapers were released, a majority of you wouldn't read them, but we kept on persisting for those of you who did care enough to pick up a Hatchet and look through it. We weren't going to be discouraged by the disinterested. We were going to give them a reason to care, and we eventually did that, especially with our senior edition. Thank you to all of you who supported the Hatchet this year. All of our memories are what define our time in high school. They have built us up into strong graduates, and while what lies ahead may seem scary, we are all more than prepared to take on life's challenges. Our journeys have led us to right here, right now. Let this last high school memory be special, because in just a few short hours, we'll all go our separate ways, never be in the same place, at the same time, with these same people, ever again. Look at the people to your left. Look at the people to your right. We've come so far with this class. Cherish your memories. They can't be ripped away. Remember the mark that you've all made on this school and the people who supported you. Keep close to you the teachers that have changed your life and the friends that you spend every day with. Our time has been unforgettable. Let it guide your futures and push you to accomplish great things. Submitted with undying love for my teachers, my friends, my family, the Hatchet, the class of 2019, and my heart and home, Washington High School. I remain Joe Schneider, forever a damn proud Husky.
Thank you, Joe. Could the senior class officers, Brandon Bilotti, Sarah Flick, and Privashika Venkat, come to the stage?
My name is Privy Venkat.
My name is Brandon Bilotti.
And I'm Sarah Flick.
Thank you to all of the parents, friends, and educators here today. We are so glad you have chosen to brave 2 hours of terribly mispronounced names just to hear the one that means something to you. I would like to start us off at the very beginning, my first grade playground. It was at Parkmont Elementary, a couple blocks behind us, where a kid first told me I was worthless, worth nothing more than a cent. I cried, I went home, and then I thought of the perfect solution. With eagerness and anticipation, I dug my hand into the bottom of my coin jar. I pulled out 5 dimes and 3 pennies, and I swallowed them, one by one. I walked up to my mom with the proudest smile, and I told her I was not worthless anymore. I was now worth 53 cents.
Every year, when we arrive at a new graduation, people love to assess the worth of a class using that same flawed logic, making the very same mistake, believing that our worth is quantifiable, that it can be expressed in a GPA, in a number of awards, in athletic records or Spirit Week scores. And in making this mistake, only one story in our boundless narrative is told. We celebrate the numbers that tell us what we have done, but at the same time we forget and ignore all the other details that tell us who we are. And let's be real, when our moms cry today, it won't be because of the numbers.
Today we will walk onto the stage as students, and we will walk off of it as alumni. And in our last moments as a high school class, we want to ask you to remember the parts of our narrative that tell us who we are. When you find your booming, powerful voice and begin to share it with the world, remember the quiet girl in the back of the class who taught you what it means to listen.
When you face our unsettling political climate with conviction and compassion, and by always showing up to vote, remember your Centerville bully who taught you how to stand up and speak up in the first place.
When you fall in love, and for real this time, remember your first crush who taught you the growth in heartbreak.
When you challenge and question authority to pioneer for change, remember the kid who lit that flame inside of you by always fighting the teacher to push back that test one more week.
And when you graduate high school, remember everyone, absolutely everyone that you share your success with. Because honestly, none of us would be here today if it weren't for each other. We grew up together, we shaped each other, and in a lot of big and small ways, we owe these diplomas to each other. And while these diplomas do signify and celebrate what we have done in the past, they are also tickets to where we are going in the future.
When we leave this stadium today and enter the most thrilling and uncertain period of our lives, we will be better off because of who we have become here at Washington. And who we are is a vibrant, diverse group of people with representatives from every walk of life imaginable. As we acknowledge and salute identity alongside achievement, we must recognize and celebrate who we are and demand. We must recognize that celebrating who we are demands that we celebrate all of us for all that we are.
Because there is a world outside of this high school that tries its very best to wear us down, to take differences in the way that we look, in the way that we pray, in the way that we love, and to use those differences to scare us into division and to scare us into silence. But we instead have pulled each other closer, and we instead have turned our volume up. We have not always agreed with each other, but through forums, focus groups, speaker events, clubs that celebrate our identities, performances that showcase our diversity, and through simply forging relationships, we have seen, listened to, and grown to understand one another. And our booming, diverse, collective voice should not fall silent just because we are leaving Washington. Because the world needs to know what we have learned growing up in one of the most diverse places on the planet. That we are stronger for being different. That there is room at the table for every single one of us. So 2019, when you go on today, go high and go boldly, and by always answering hate with love. When you touch the stars, remember this class that taught you to take pride not only in what you do, but in who you are, no matter what that is, whatever that looks like, or whatever that means to you. Because we are graduating into a world that needs more people like you.
And when you touch the stars, also remember that you are deserving, and you are never worthless, but always priceless. 53 cents could never do you justice, the same way your GPA or any other statistic could never tell your story. Maybe the most important lessons aren't the ones that lived in our textbooks, but the ones that lived in our spam account posts. These lessons prepared us for confrontation, for hardship, for friendship, for love, and for real life. So dear exhausted, exhilarated, terrified graduates, as we say hey-o to the rest of our lives, we will leave Washington forever honored and proud to be a part of this class, not because of everything that we have done, but because of everything that we are, uniquely and boldly and loudly, always the class of 2019. Thank you so much.
Thank you, senior class. Full speech. School Board Trustee Diane Jones, would you please join me at the podium for the presentation of the class of 2019. This year's class completed an impressive 20,000 service hours, and 142 seniors at Washington have a GPA of 3.5 or higher. This class is highly deserving of the diplomas they will be receiving. By the powers vested in me, the state of California, and the Fremont Unified School District, I certify that all the students present have met the graduation requirements necessary to receive a diploma from the Fremont Unified School District.
So welcome graduates, family, faculty, and friends to the graduation ceremony for Washington High School's class of 2019. Students, you have all worked hard for more than a decade to walk across the stage today. You're about to launch into the next phase of your life as adults. You may be heading off to a 4-year college, going to a trade school, attending a LONI, serving in the military, or entering the workforce. You'll face new challenges, reach new goals, build full lives. You may struggle now and again. You may experience failure. In those times, think back to this day and this achievement. You're here today because people believe in you. Look up in the stands to your family and friends. trustees, everyone in the district office believes in you. But more than anything else, you're here today because you believe in yourselves. This place and these people will always be a part of who you are. You will always be a Husky. I've had the great pleasure of getting to know many of you and watching you grow, and that gives me great hope for the future. I've seen the amazing things that you have accomplished already. You're scholars, artists, athletes, and advocates. You're amazing young people, and you've made us all very proud. And I know you will continue to shine. And now to the important part. On behalf of the faculty of Washington High School, it is my honor as a trustee of the Fremont Unified School District Board of Education to confirm that these students have met all of the requirements for graduation as mandated by Fremont Unified School District and the state of California. It is my privilege to present to all of you the Washington High School graduating class of 2019. Congratulations.
For the turning of the tassels, could the officers of the class of 2019 please join me on the stage?
Timeless act that symbolizes the transition from students to graduates.
2019, we have the incredible honor of asking you to please join us in turning our tassels from our right to our left, closer to our